If I Needed Someone from the Beatles' second album of 1965, Rubber Soul, a record brimming with fresh musical ideas and textures. One of the most striking being the sound of an instrument George played on Norwegian Wood.
When we were at the house in Benedict Canyon, we were all sitting around talking about influences, and David Crosby had been listening to a lot of Ravi Shankar because he was friends with Jim Dixon from World Pacific Records, and that was Ravi's label in Hollywood. So we kind of had access to Ravi's material, and we got the guitar out and kind of showed George a little bit of... He said, well, what is that? And we said, it's Indian music. So he went back home and checked it out and got really into it.
Should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian Wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. So I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. Sat on the road, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for
bed. George's fascination for Indian music had been stimulated by an album the Byrds had recommended he listen to, called Portrait of Genius by the sitar player Ravi Shankar. Back in London, George met the virtuoso musician at a meeting of the Asian Music Circle.
I have no idea exactly what attracted him to my music and that particular record which he heard for the first time. But this much I know, that he was genuinely very moved by it, and he wanted to know so much more about Indian music. He was wanting to learn from me. He expressed that desire, so I, as usual, at that time, I had no idea of his music. I had never heard any record of Beatles, so I just vaguely knew that they were very, very famous young group. And so I asked him, was he really interested, and would he give time to practice and learn properly our way? And he said he will try his best. So that's how it was arranged, and I met him a few days after that in Isha, where he was living. He had requested me if I could bring Allah Rakha, my accompanist on tabla. So we arrived there and I played for him for about an hour, I suppose. I remember that he had John and Ringo with him. I don't remember Paul exactly. But that was, something which was very inspiring for me to see young musicians who are very famous at the same time to be interested in my music.
The 1966 album Revolver reflected George's growing confidence within the Beatles. He had 3 songs on the LP, including the Indian-flavoured Love You Too, and the record's opening track, one of Bob Geldof's favourites.
I liked Taxman because it's very R&B. It's sort of rock song, but R&B. And he was moaning in a political sense, let me tell you how it'll be. There's one for you, 19 for me. I mean, it's the period of Harold Wilson's super tax. And George was always going on about money, right up, until, well, the last time I saw him, about a year before he died. He always did, and from what I understand, he always moaned about it during the Beatles as well. I mean, quite right, here you are, like, producing this fantastic music, millions of sales, and you get 3p at the end of it. But I mean, his thing, moaning about tax, is not a diatribe, it's a really well-considered sort of thing, like, this just isn't going to work. And this was, don't forget, when the Beatles were writing the perfect pop song, but nonetheless, here comes this grumpy git, of 19 or 20 saying, the government, I don't think so, So I think that was, again, acutely, like long before John got there, before Dylan exposed them to this other possibility of pop. And it was George became Dylan's friend, don't forget that.
Let me tell you how it will be. There's one for you, 19 for me. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. Should 5% appear too small? Be thankful I don't take it all. 'Cause I'm the tax man. Yeah, I'm the tax man. If you drive a car, I'll tax the street. If you drive too sit, I'll tax your seat. If you get too cold, I'll tax the heat. If you take a walk, I'll tax your feet. Tax man.
George, I don't know if you'd accept this, but it seems to me that you've emerged with the image of, insofar as any of you are ever silent, the silent Beatle.
Well, I think I'm more quiet than the others because I got fed up before the others of all these questions, like what colour teeth have you got, and all, just stupid questions you've no interest in any longer. And I think everybody, well, all fans, I think they all know what colour eyes we've got and what we drink for, breakfast and all that. And they don't want to know that anymore. So I just shut up until somebody asks me something worth answering.
Yeah. What do you care about most now, George?
Music is my main interest, naturally. And not just pop music, all sorts of things. Because, as everybody probably knows, we're doing less touring and we're just having more time for ourselves, and we were able to spend more time on recording.
Yeah.
Now we've got more time to think about the things that we do, and so we hope that even if we do less things, that when we do them, they're going to be better than if it was all a big rush. And also, I just want to carry on progressing with music.
Yeah.